All right, y'all. So now, let's go and take ourselves back, like, and talk about a blast on the past, and let's talk about the Broken Hearts Club. Child, I feel old because I could not believe this movie came out 25 years ago. But apparently, they did like a reunion with Greg Berlanti, who directed Broken Hearts Club, and then producer Mickey Liddell. And the only two actors that showed up for the film, because I would have loved to have seen Andrew Keegan there. You wouldn't have seen Dean Cain, because Dean Cain, all of a sudden, he a whole MAGA supporter and all that other foolishness. So it was Billy Porter and Zach Braff. Zach Braff has a big career, and Billy Porter, is Billy Porter. She out here not giving a fuck anymore. So yeah, let's get into the article because there was other, and Billy had some choice words for Dean Cain as well. So We Hope celebrated the 25th anniversary of the classic homosexual rom-com, The Broken Hearts Club, with a screening at West Hollywood Park. Stars Billy Porter and Zach Braff alongside writer/director Greg Berlanti and producer Mickey Liddell sat down with a panel just ahead of the screening of the beloved 2000 movie. Now, the story follows a group of homosexual men in LA with interwoven romantic prospects and anxieties over turning 30. It's funny enough, that was always a big theme back then. Queer as folk even did that too, because I always felt like, well, if you once you turn 30, might as well roll over and die. I think we still have that kind of that vibe going on today. But I don't know if as much. You new generation homosexuals, let me know in the comments if that still is a thing. But I remember that was a big thing in like the 2000s. So yeah, Porter played the oh so dramatic Taylor, who's struggling with a rough breakup, while Braff plays Benji, the naive youngest member of the group with a love for gym bros. Oh yeah, and I remember the scene where he got drugged. And now, additionally, Timothy Oliphant plays Dennis, a photographer desperately looking for love, and Dean Cain plays Cole, the no boyfriend stealer whose looks let him glide through the WeHo dating scene. Matt McGrath plays Howie, a chronic overthinker riddled with anxiety, and Ben Weber plays Patrick, a cynic, the group of friends from the Broken Hearts Club, a local baseball team, and best friends. Now, Porter and Braff had the chance to reflect on the film's beginnings, legacy, and of course, spill some tea at the screening on Saturday. Now, when recalling his favorite moments on set, Porter claimed or recalled the breakup scene for his character Taylor, where he screams for a song to comfort him but the selection of CDs fails him. He said, "No strikes in, no bet, no Judy. What the fuck's a fairy supposed to do around here in case of emergency?" And then Howie offered up a Celine Dion CD, to which Taylor responds, "In hell." Now, there actually was some history on why Billy Porter said that line and delivered it the way it was, because apparently what we didn't know is that at the time, or maybe I did know this, Billy Porter, hard to believe, right, was straight and trying to get in the music scene, the mainstream music scene. And so he had did like R&B, whatever the case was, and he was working on his music, so they were trying to butch him up. And he also said that he meant that line in a moment because he said that he had just had one of his songs stolen by Celine Dion. So when he read the script, I was like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna feel this moment. That was real. So when he said that, he had some disdain towards Celine because, well, I don't know, could we blame Celine or could we blame her team or whatever the case was? That was like, oh, that was one of your songs. It was presented to her, and then you just decided, oh, I'm gonna blame her. I mean, who knows? Maybe she was involved. Now, at another moment in the film, Taylor had a confrontational scene with Cole, played by co-star Dean Cain, who today is an outspoken conservative and an idiot who couldn't hack it being a part of ICE because he was too damn big. Same thing like when you got Trump out here saying, "Oh, I don't want to wear a bulletproof vest because it makes me look fat." I'm like, motherfucker, do you not own a mirror? You already fat. You ain't seen your dick since Milana gave birth to Barron, but you want to sit up out here talking about that you don't want to wear a bulletproof vest because it makes you look fat. Like, you sound like a whole woman when you say that. Like, what man goes around, "Oh, I don't want to wear something because it's gonna make me look big." Really, Queen? Okay. And y'all want to talk about Obama was a homosexual president. I'm like, really? Because Trump acting like he might be in the closet. Although, who want to hit that? He gonna give you shitty kitty, kind of like Scott Jennings and Lady G, as in Lindsey Graham. Now, at another moment in the film, like I was saying, he had a conversation with Dean Cain. Character, he said, "I got some choice words for that bitch now." Who got cackles from the crowd? We ain't going there. It's a celebration. Now, Bradford's career took off shortly after the film's premiere because, after the movie came out, Scrubs came out, and Scrubs became this popular show. And then they did is it called, would we call that a sequel? So Scrubs is kind of back, but the cast is older. And I think it's a continuation. I guess we can call it that. And then he went on to reflect on the risk that straight actors face playing gay at the time. He said, "I didn't have that fear. I thought the script was absolutely brilliant. I was honored to play the part. It didn't really cross my mind. Of course, I was aware of the zeitgeist, and in the town of Hollywood, it was controversial at the time for straight men to play homosexuals. But I was just so blown away by Greg's script." Now, Berlanti also gave him his big break. He said, "This is my first big part." The Love Simon director is prodigious today, but this movie was a feat to put together at the time, he recalled, but he knew it was special. He said, "We shot it in 15 days, and I remember each day so vividly. I knew when we were doing it that we were making something that felt like it would last." The film was shot in September and was at Sundance by January. And important notably mentioned the importance of making this film for the Levitical plus community, saying at the time there wasn't anything for queer people, let alone layer that with queer people of color. Because yeah, that was the first time I actually seen Billy Porter in a movie, and the fact that we had something like this, I felt like was pretty awesome at the time because yeah, the 2000s I feel like it was a prominent time, especially for queer cinema, because we had like little independent things here and there. But to see like these ensemble type films coming out, we had that, and then it was like Punks, and then we had Noah's Ark came out years later. So seeing all these different shows, and I hope we have a resurgence of that because I did hear like with Heat of Rivalry, they have like some of those. I forget what they're called, but like those type of shows from Thailand that are starting to come over, and I think HBO Max got the rights to it. They're going to take a lot of those old shows and old things and put them on there so people can actually like watch those old programs or whatever. So there's a little resurgence. And so the screening raised funds for Pride House LA/West Hollywood and Team Out AF, which supports the LGBTQ plus athletes. Because remember, they were a group of friends who also had a queer softball team. So I actually love this film, and I haven't seen it in a while. So, speaking of that, this and Trick were like two of my all-time favorite movies to come out of that whole time in the 2000s. So I love those films. Who knows? I might now that I'm thinking about it, I might watch Broken Hearts Club tonight because it's been a minute since I've seen that movie. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story? Are you someone who has seen Trick? I mean, not seen Trick. Who has seen the Broken Hearts Club? What are your fondest memories? Is it something that you'd be interested in wanting to check out? Because it is a good film, and I cannot recommend it any more than I've already have. So, whatever your thoughts are on this matter, let me know in the comments down below.